Okay, hi, and welcome to the next lecture in this training series. So, let's dive straight into the matter. Okay, we have too much to cover. So, the very first phase here is not to enter MATLAB immediately. The very first phase is to know your concept. Okay, to understand what you want right from the beginning. And generally, when we work in this type of projects, you have to know the end from the beginning. And right from the beginning, you are just going step by step until when you reach that particular end. Okay? So, this is the way I started the project. I have to draw the whole of my interface, and I have to have a clear representation of the whole of my interface, what I want it to look like. And I must have a principle on how my interface will actually function. Okay? So all the details of the interface are not necessarily here, but at least this is where I can start from. You should always have a starting principle like that. You should not just jump into MATLAB and try testing things. Like, no, everything, you must have a visual appreciation of what you want to do, and a visual and a working concept of that particular visual appreciation. So I've already shown you the program. So if you see this particular interface, you understand what everything here stands for. But as I drew it in the beginning, I have a particular PB here, PB1, PB2. You might not understand what it means, but when I say PB, it stands for push button. When I say text here, it stands for text. So everything here is identified according to the type of widget I am using in MATLAB. What style of UI control, what panel, what axis, and so on and so forth. And I have a legend right here. Okay, the legend here represents what does it represent? It represents the definition of each of these particular types. Okay, so the axis 1 here will stand for 2D modeling, the axis 3 here will stand for 3D modeling, and so on and so forth. All of it is listed right here. So I will not go again and use pen and paper. Okay, I have a computer-aided design tool here that will help me to do all the work. I've already drawn it here easily, and this will help me also to actually position my UI controls very, very easily. As you are seeing here, I've already measured here what is the total height of my figure and what is the total width of my figure. So again, I have to remind you guys that I will try to go as basic as possible, but you are expected at least to have the fundamentals in MATLAB programming, fundamentals in graphical user interface, and fundamentals in graphics in general. So here I'm just taking those fundamentals to go in depth in an application format. Okay, so it's not really a teaching something per se, it is an application of all the principles that you might have learned somewhere. So it might help you to better understand a certain number of things. Okay, so having this, I think we can dive into our MATLAB. So let's go. The very first thing is that I will create the .m file, which will store my source code that has to be executed by MATLAB, and obviously it will be a function. Okay, a nested function that contains other functions. So I'll call my particular I'll call it OSA, and OSA here stands for one span structural analysis. So since you are expected to know the basics, I will not come and tell you again here that this is the way you do comments in MATLAB, right? It is assumed you know all of that. But anyway, it has helped. So in case you did not know how to do comments in MATLAB, that is the way you do comments in MATLAB. Thank God. So the very first thing would be to create my figure, okay? The main figure that will contain every single widget, okay? So let me try to go as basic as possible. So I'll have figure, right? And the first element I will enter in this figure here is the position of my figure. So the position, I will say 0 following you remember the parent of the figure here is my screen, right? So when I measure 0, I'm measuring the distance from the origin of my screen to the particular figure. And when I measure this second, I'm measuring the distance from the origin to this. If you assume this is the x-axis, follow my mouse. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Okay, 0 will represent the distance from the origin of the parent, that is the screen in this case, to the figure, to the origin of the figure following the x-axis. The second 0 represents the origin following the y-axis to the origin of my figure. The third will represent what we have just had here, the 1800, that is the breadth of my figure. Okay, I will explain this position better later. 1800, and then the last is the height of my figure, which is 900. Okay, 900. All right, so let me try and launch that. Okay, let's save it. So as I'm launching, you see where it's starting, right? It's starting right there at the origin at 0, 0. So this is where my screen measures 0, 0. If I try and edit here, for example, to have 50, let's close it and relaunch. You see that there is a shift following the x-axis of 50 pixels. Okay, the default unit here for figure is pixels, of 50 pixels. And if I try to put another 50, say here, and put 0 here so that we can have a clear appreciation, I'll put 0 here and launch. Okay, no, let me have a better value. Let me have a greater value for you to really see it. 150. You see what happens? The distance here now, it's up. Okay, so don't do that to me. Good. So let's put it 0, 0. I'm putting it 0, 0 because later on I'll use the MATLAB built-in function that will allow me to actually center my figure with respect to its parent. Okay, so you should know the meaning of GCF. GCF simply means get current figure. Okay, so get current figure is the handle to the figure that is actually activated, to the figure that you are using. Okay, to the current figure. It gives you the handle to the current figure, and when you say move gear, you are actually displacing this particular figure here to the center of its parent, which in this case is the screen. So if we launch here, we will notice that, okay, it is centralized over the whole screen. Okay, it's no longer at the origin. That's why initially I placed 0, 0. Now we have no problem. We can continue peacefully. So I would like the color of my figure to be white. Okay, that's that. Now, what do we have here? I'll have to eliminate this particular menu. Okay, this file, edit and all the like, I have my own menu as we have seen. And this figure 1, 2, I'll have to change it, right? I'll have to give a name to my particular. So for the menu, I will say menu bar none. Okay, I need no menu bar whatsoever. And for the title of my application, let's call it best OSA. Okay, we try to see what it gives now. Okay, now I have that. Best OSA is the title, but this figure 1, I'm not interested in having it, so I will just change I will set the number title property of my figure. I will set it to off. Okay, so when I do that, okay, I just have best OSA. That is all I need. Good. I think that will be that for the figure, right? Good. So Yes. Let me check something, please. Okay, I think we'll have to stop here for this particular video. Okay, we will continue in the next. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.